Welcome to the daily tarot card for December 16th, 2019. Welcome to all the new subscribers to my channel. If you are wanting to see this live, you're more than welcome to join on and follow me on Instagram. I usually pull around 10 or 11 o'clock at night for the next forecast day. So I'm pulling from the Enchanted Forest tarot deck. This is a beautiful deck I was gifted by my girlfriend Janet. So we have the Two of Boons, which is basically telling us to pull our head out of the clouds and pay attention to the situations that we are involved in right now, because we are not foreseeing the danger. Like with the gentleman here, he's gathered wood from the forest and he is daydreaming and he is not seeing how narrow this bridge is and runs the risk of falling off and getting hurt by falling on the rocks, and he doesn't see the ogre that's underneath that can basically devour him. So putting our full effort into everything we do right now, because there are people waiting to see us fall, basically. We got the Forest Lord, which is a gentleman in our life. It's like a father figure, very strong male energy. He is very much a family man. He is fair, and he is adored by all. The next one we have is the Lovers. It is basically a love worth fighting for. They're both archers, so it's like they've had, they had to fight for what they have, basically. And it's the Shakespearean love. It's that old love where marriage is forever and, your true love and twin flame kind of love. A love worth fighting for. So it may not be easy going, but when you're together, it's like you found your sanctuary, you found your peace. The last one we have is the Ace of Spells. So I love this card because it speaks to all those people that are healers, that are intuitives, mediums, psychics, basically clairvoyants, there's a bunch of other ones, but I can't think of them off by hand. Fortune tellers. Basically, with the Weaver, he is not a dragon. A dragon has 4 legs, whereas a Weaver only has 2. They're basically showing that they are giving you this tool. So this is a wand for a wizard to cast his magic, whereas mediums, we are given the gift of hearing, the gift of sight. We use our tarot cards as our wand. So it's basically saying it depends who they hand this gift to. Anyone could go out there and buy a tarot deck and pull from it. Doesn't necessarily mean that they have the purest intentions, for one. And 2, it doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't. If in the right hands, this tool can be magnified into something beautiful. In the wrong hands, it's just only that. It's basically a card. So that's what I love about this, is that this Weaver is breathing this fire element onto your tools right now to enhance your gift. And I know a lot of people that basically are ladies that I deal with. I have yet to meet a gentleman in this field, is where they are all talking about, this magical time right now where it's like our dreams are enhanced, our intentions are enhanced, where our dreams are like really crazy at night, very vivid, sending us messages from spirit, telling us what's going on. So pay attention to your dreams and know that, this Weaver is breathing some fire on your tools right now to enhance your gift. Is it the gift of sight, your hearing, your tools, the crystals, or your cards, anything that you use as a tool to help heal others, as long as you are doing this with the right intentions. So the Two of Boons is our first card, so I'm going to show the tarot book. It's basically the guidebook that explains everything. So you see the gentleman, he's got in the forest, he's got his wood, his firewood. This bridge is very narrow and he doesn't see the ogre. He's basically, in La La Land, and doesn't really realize that there is an ogre waiting to devour him. So it's just like in the real world where you think that people are your friends, but they're actually ready to devour you. They're waiting for you to fall so they can harm you even more. They're going to kick you while you're down, basically. Ooh, I just got a chill when I said that. A villager has been gathering firewood in the forest. It is now weeding his way home. The heavy basket makes a burden, so keeping his balance is on the narrow path should he command his full attention. but his mind is elsewhere, not fully present with his task. It would be all too easy to fall off the bridge and smash onto the rocks below. Not a pleasant prospect, even before you factor in the ogre. Wait, the ogre? The ogre is hidden under the bridge. This is a fierce cannibal and would make quick work of this man if he falls. This card is a warning not to take on more than you can safely balance and attend to. So right now is, everybody's trying to get their Christmas shopping done, their holiday shopping done, for Hanukkah, for Kwanzaa, for whatever you celebrate at this time of the year. And they're basically saying pay full attention to what you are doing, or else you will fail. You will not get the success that you are seeking. If you have like a million things you want to get done, you're having all these dreams and fantasies of projects you want to get going, they're saying give all to write down your projects and which one are you most passionate about. Pick that one and put all of your 1010% into it, and you will be absolutely great. But if you're daydreaming about other projects because you're not doing the one that you're most passionate about, you're daydreaming about this or that, or if you're not able to commit 110%, you're gonna end up falling on your head, and this ogre or this hater is gonna end up devouring you because they're waiting for you to fall. This card is a warning not to take on more than you can safely attend to. There is something called the lazy man's load, where a person piles on the cargo to avoid making a second trip. So immediately it's like when we do groceries, we do a bunch of groceries and we put on 25 bags in our hands. And our hands are like numb and we hurt, but it's like we rather do that than go back for a second trip. This rarely ends well. Work sensibly and give your full attention to your endeavors, or all could be lost. There are hidden influences just waiting for you to slip up. Meaning at a glance, balance, steady, attention, agility, taking care of your assets, so your belongings, a closer look. Ogres tend to blend into their surroundings, so they aren't always easy to spot. Vigilance is called for. If possible, peek under all bridges before crossing. Cross all your T's, dot all your I's. Make sure that you give it your 1010% before jumping in with both feet. Make sure that this is something. Is your intuition telling you to basically do a U-turn? Something you have committed to, but now your spirit is saying nope, abort, turn around. This is not for you. So the next card we have is the Forest Lord. So like I said, this is a gentleman that is like a father figure. He is very much a family man. Anyone that is his friend, they know they can count on him no matter what. All who pass through the enchanted forest must pay homage to the Forest Lord, for everything that lives, breathes is under his domain. From the mightiest giant to the smallest shrew, he is the essence of a wild male energy kept under control most of the time. He is the virtual rush of the stag and the immovable stance of the bear. His most trusted companion is the chieftain of all the boars, the fiercest creature in the woods. Approach the Forest Lord respectfully, but have no fear. He is the affectionate father, as well as the commanding ruler. He is masterful, but will never be a bully. He has earned all the love and loyalty of those within his care. So basically, to me, all of his decisions are fair for all that are not underneath him, but all of those that look up to him. I don't mean underneath, I mean it as he's basically the leader of the tribe. And everybody looks up to him because they have seen he has the track record of being fair and loving and affectionate, very much a family man. We'll give you the shirt off his back. The Forest Lord represents the duties that come with great power, protecting his subjects, defending their freedom, and safeguarding their sanctuary. Leadership is a privilege. Authority over others must be wielded appropriately and not abused. Sovereignty comes from within. It does not need to be insisted upon. The Forest Lord's confidence comes from staying true to his noble nature. So even when everybody else would sit there and do something out of greed, he sits there and stays to his morals and has a moral compass where he's saying, you know what, having this person on my side and their friendship means more to me than gold. You can't weigh this person out in gold. Meaning at a glance, power from within, virility, natural leader, nobility of character, fatherhood, domain, and territorial command. A closer look, the holly and the oak upon his antlers represent eternal cycles of life renewed in itself. Oak rules the light half and of the year, holly rules the dark half. This is someone you would want in this leadership role. They're very fair. They don't rule out of greed. Whereas people rule of the earthly means, he rules beyond. He's very much an old soul. He's not like the nowadays where it's all about them. They don't care who they have to hurt, who they have to step on to get ahead. The Lovers. I love this card. So with me, I feel like these two have had like a hard road. And they come upon each other. And when they're with each other, it's like their sanctuary. They have to fight for the love because you see the bow and arrows there. But when they're together, they're very much in love. This is like old Shakespearean love. Romeo and Juliet. You know, love for, you know, till death do you part. Not love until, you know, the road gets bumpy and we decide, you know, the grass is greener somewhere else. On a hot summer day with the scent of honeysuckles casting its drowsy spell, a pair of lovers rest in the shade. They sing together in a pleasant harmony under the green wood tree, who loves to lie with me and turn his merry note onto the sweetest bird's throat. Come hither, come hither, come hither. This is from Shakespeare As You Like It, Act 2, Scene 5. The honeysuckles represent devoted love and affection, as do the two turtle doves. Their songs end with soft laughter, the sweet sound of untroubled joy. Their forest dwellers are outlaws from society, who have chosen a life together to fulfill a common destiny. There is love out of legend, enduring, compassion, eternal. Come what may, the lovers face their challenges side by side as equals, both wearing archery bracelets on their wrist and their bows close at hand. But in the moment, in this moment, there is only peace, and all the world is in each other's eyes. So with their bows close at bay, if they're willing to fight for their love, they will stand up for their lover. They have each other's back, which is a rarity nowadays. This card is not about trifling romance. The lovers represent true partnership and the life choices and sacrifices that come with commitment. Though the lovers show here a man and a woman, soulmates find each other in every gender combination. So this is man, woman, man, woman, whatever you recognize. It basically is two souls falling in love, because souls don't have genders. You know, a lot of people say, me, I do feel male or female energy, but it's like, you know, a lot of people that read, you know, they do say that souls don't have genders, but it's like, when you pass on, you do feel that energy. The more masculine, the more feminine. Meaning at a glance, love, passion, love choices, soulmate, beliefs in love's destiny. Closer look, basically, like I said, it's from Shakespeare, their song that they sing. So Ace of Spells, love this card. So this is a weaver. So a weaver has two legs, two hind legs, and wings, whereas a dragon has the hind legs, the arms, and wings. So a weaver basically enhances magic. So this is all for my friends that are healers, fortune tellers, mediums, intuitives, clairvoyance, clairaudiency, whatever you want to call it. With the weaver, they enhance your tools. So like I was saying, this is if you read with cards, which I do, they enhance what I see. When I pull cards, Spirit sends me messages as I'm pulling cards, or as I'm reading the guidebook, they start sending me messages to pass along to who I'm reading for. So it enhances what I'm doing. It enhances, it brings out more, because it gives me a chance to, one, connect with who I'm reading for, and two, to show me things that would that are significant to people. Ace of Spells. The enchanted ally of spells is the Wither. There are many types of withers, including some that live in the sea. This is a forest weaver, also known as a forest drake. Its primary green body is excellent camouflage, and unless you look closely, you may completely miss its perch in a tree above your head, until it breathes a little fire, of course. Don't worry, the fire drake of the forest is the forest of enchantment have their fairy nature under control and can channel it perfectly. This ally will help you do the same with yours. The weaver says, let's heat things up. The weaver's gift to you. About to yawn again, sorry. Is a wizard staff. The power of the staff depends entirely on the person wielding it. So if you wield this staff out of nothing but greed and to be the richest of the rich, you're not going to get too far. It's going to turn on you. Where if you do this with the purest intentions out there to heal people, then you will basically, like the Weaver says, it will breathe fire on your gifts, your gift of hearing, your gift of sight, your gift of reading deeper into tarot cards if you use tarot cards. Some people, sit there and read tea leaves. Some people sit there and they ask you to, hold leaves and different bones and such, and you shake them up in your hands and you let them fall down on a cloth, and they're able to tell your fortune from that. A wizard staff without a wizard is just a stick. Intentions is everything in magic, and the staff directs the wizard's will towards the desired outcome. Your wither has added a little bit of dragon fire as an extra energy boost. The rest is up to you. So right now, a lot of us that are into the healing acts, soul works, light works, you are basically, a lot of people that I talk to in the community, we are experiencing heightened dreams. We are hearing spirit more messages coming during the teaching hours for myself. All of us are different. That's what I love about us. For me, it's more during the teaching hours of 12 to 5 where, they're downloading information. They're like, this is who it's for. This is what we have to say. Pass this on. And a lot of you know that have followed me and have gotten readings for me. If I've gotten more messages for you, I will sit there and DM you and say, listen, this is what Spirit has said. Take heed of what's happening. So it can be prevented. And sometimes, the act has already happened. I know with one person I had heeded a warning and, beknownst to me and her, it already had happened. But it was brought to her attention recently, and she actually messaged me back and said it happened, and she took action to prevent anything else coming from that situation. So that's just what I'm saying. That's why when you get DMs from me, pay attention and make sure, like they said with the two of bones, boons, the gentleman is daydreaming and not paying attention to his surroundings. So they're saying pull your head out of your ass basically and pay attention. If someone might be, waiting just to pounce on you. They're waiting for the opportunity. So meaning at a glance, a new sense of purpose, a new or revitalized project, magic, will, fearlessness, confidence, a burst of energy, fire element. So if you look up your astrological sign, ask when you Google it, say I'm a Libra. So what element is a Libra? Libras are air signs. So we have air, fire, water, and earth. So when you hear me talk about astrology answers, when they say there's a lot of earth in the heavens and no air, we're having a harder time finding our words. So see what sign you are. And if it's a fire element, maybe, this is yourself or this is someone around you. A closer look. The best way to tell a weaver from a dragon is to count its legs. 2 legs weaver, 4 legs dragon. So basically, it's a nice message from Spirit saying that your gifts are enhanced right now. Pay attention. Be mindful of your surroundings. Time to take time to breathe out. So I feel like some of you are experiencing anxiety. So maybe this is like, the breathing technique that you do, like pretend that you have a square, and every time you come to one of the sides of the square, you breathe in, you count to 4 in your head, breathe out for 4, just hold your breath for 4, and then breathe in. So you go all around the square to get your breathing under control. Be bold and make the first move. So with this one, I was told this is in love. This is a feminine energy, and they are connecting eyes with a gentleman, a male and masculine energy. It's like the Lover's card, whatever form of love it is. But I feel that this is a feminine energy with a masculine energy, and you both are connecting eyes, and they're saying make the first move. And they're showing me to look at their hand, but a lot of people don't wear their rings now, so it's hard to tell. Maybe look for a tan line, but I feel like this is a single male. They're saying not by choice. So maybe this is a fresh breakup, or they just divorced because this person works a lot. Very devoted to their job. So, they're basically saying make the first move and go for coffee. Adjustments are required. So it's like giving into the dark side a little bit, appeasing the dark side. We can't be all light. Sometimes we have to sin to survive. I am helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. This ties into the Ace of Spells, where basically, again, like his staff is lit by, it's like a fire. It's because it's the shining light. It's like the fire that the weaver has put upon it. Relationship harmony. We angels are opening our hearts of everyone involved. Adjustments and conflicts are being resolved now. Sensitivity. You're extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. Because you got to let those feelings out, or else you're not going to heal. If you sit there and basically put a Band-Aid on it by drinking, they're showing me someone drinking, you're basically drinking your troubles away. It ain't going to solve nothing. So make sure you honor yourself and feel those emotions so you can deal with them. Some of you, it's going to take a little more, and you're going to have to do therapy. So have a blessed Monday. Have an amazing week. Please join me again for Tuesday for another daily tarot card. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Please join me for a free question poll on Saturday or Sundays. And a reminder, I am off December 24th and 25th. Have a blessed Monday, and we'll see you on Tuesday.